Hey guys, good evening. Joe Perea, Team Ot6 Racing, and Voodoo. I just want to take a couple minutes and show you the sweetness of the new 4.19 KLR MTX. So let's take a look. So here she is in all her beauty. KLR MTX, Vex compound. It's got the size stamped on there. This tire is for a 1.9 wheel. It is 1.3 inches wide, and it is 4.19 inches high, which makes it SORCA Class 1 legal. Also has a DOT number stamped on there. Very cool. As you know, there are 3 tread patterns, 1, 2, 3. The KLR AT, the MT, and the MTX. This being, of course, the MTX. This is the most aggressive tread pattern, has the most lug spacing in between it. Very cool tire. Just right off the bat, a couple things I noticed. Super clean beads. There's no slag. Very stout. Of course, have your typical KLR side ribbing. Keeps that sidewall standing up. You have your center ribbing. I went ahead and elected to vent these, so I've got some holes in there. But you know, the pictures that Scott posted earlier had the number 30, number 35, and number 40 on that. Doesn't really mean anything to the end users. Those were just 3 variances in the final compound, but this is going to be a red compound tire, so a little on the softer side. This is kind of in the middle. So, you know, typical Ot6 detail and precision. Looks really good. One thing you notice is the siping on these exterior lugs. You got 3 cross sipes, and then of course on the center lugs you've got some cross siping going on there. So this thing ought to hook up really nicely. Good performance tire. So I set this onto a Incision 1.9 wheel, and it mounted right up, man. It just laid right in. 4 screws, boom, done. But I am putting these on some Steelies, and you know, Steelies are notorious for being kind of a pain in the ass, but I have been able to get these on, and you know, just a little bit of a process, but they seated just fine. So the foams I'm electing to use on these are the Lil Novas, crawler innovations, dual stage. These are for the 4.25 tire, 1.9 rim. It's got a comp cut inner, and this is a medium outer. I like to go with a medium because my truck is kind of heavy. It's got a lot of steel on it, so we'll see how. I mean, first feel it's a little firm, but we'll see if they kind of break in a little bit, and maybe that'll work. I might need to go to a soft. I also narrowed this just a little bit, so it would lay into the tire a little bit better. So what I like to do, obviously get in the outer foam first. Get that all centered. Looks good. Center foam in. Looks good. And I'm sure everybody has a method of getting their own Steelies on. I don't know if you have experience with Steelies, but the easiest thing that I've found to do, what happens is when you're getting this long side rear half of the wheel on, and it tends to grab that ring, and it is so tight that, you know, this tends to peel out a little bit. So what I actually end up doing is I just take literally like so much, not very much. I don't know if I said that right, but basically just a little tiny bit on the finger, and I go around the bead inside and out, and this just helps that slide into position a little bit better. So just take a little tiny bit and put it on that bead. Same on the other side. And then an old racer's tip, what I like to do is take a double up a rubber band, try to put it towards the outer edge of this rear side. And that just helps everything kind of compress in as you're assembling this wheel. So that's sitting in there nicely. Get the front on, get it lined up. You know, get 1 or 2 bolts started, and then, you know, little by little go around all 6 and just, you know, compress this tire down. But I was able to get it into all the wheels okay. Everything is looking all right in terms of how it looks on the truck. You know, it looks pretty slick, man. This is my Class 1 Bronco. As you can see, steel bumper, steel roll cage, steel roof rack, steel rear bumper, exhaust. So there's a lot of steel in this, so it's a little on the heavy side. So what I'm going to do is get these other ones mounted up. And then just kind of do some bench testing up onto a couple rocks so you can see how this is compressing, and just show you the action on the tire. Stay tuned. Hey guys, so I just wanted to take just a quick minute and quick observation that I wanted to make. So this is, you know, a typical 1.9 Class 1, you know, tire that you see today. It shall remain nameless because I don't like to talk bad about anybody or anything. So. But, you know, it's kind of vanilla. There's not a whole lot going on the inside. There's no ribbing, tad on the flimsy side. The beads are good, but, you know, there's not a whole lot of structure to the tire. It's not really built for performance type crawling. It's a copy of a 1-to-1, and it's built for looks, which is typically the case in, you know, the scale world. So the days are now gone where we have to sacrifice looks for performance. The KLR 4.19 is, you know, I hate to say game changer because that's used so much, but really kind of a trend revolution in the scale world, because now you can have a scale tire in the correct size that's really built to perform. With, you know, specially formulated compounds, which is not the case with the typical tire that you'll see in scale. So just a quick observation that I wanted to make. Okay guys, just a quick demonstration on the action of this tire. Typical approach to a corner edge. As you can see, as soon as we get into the rock, the dead band is doing its job. It's starting to collapse right here on this dead band. I can already see the lugs. They're starting to compress and wrap around that rock. I don't know if you can tell, but I can actually see the sipe spreading it open a little bit, just like a little set of fingers. Maybe you can see it there. As you can see, man, that thing is just grippy as all get out. And as I'm rolling it around on there, I can see the sipes kind of opening up. Just a great grab on that, man. It's like these little magic fingers just holding on to the rock and holding on for dear life. But you can see that dead band is working. So actually, I'm liking these medium foams. They look like they're going to be about right for this truck. Pretty cool, man. Look like they're going to hold this side hill. You can tell there with that push, man. They're just going to grab and hold. Anyway, so there she is, man. The KLR MTX. So these pre-orders will be available soon, towards the beginning of the year. Just one thing, guys. Scott and Matt, man, these guys just get inundated daily with, you know, race requests, sponsor requests, so on and so forth. I'm just lucky enough to, you know, be part of Team Ot 6 Racing and live here in Albuquerque next to Matt. And I was just lucky to, you know, be in the right place at the right time to get my hands on a set of these and help in the testing process. But, you know, these guys, they can't sell the prototypes. They're not giving them out. They will be available soon. So, you know, just be patient. Don't be that guy that's sending messages every day to Matt or Scott saying hey, can I buy a prototype and so on and so forth. We're not. They're not doing that. They've been getting just inundated the last couple days. So stay patient. These will be available soon. And for now, I appreciate you guys listening. Team Ot 6 Racing, Voodoo. Thank you.